go right into our next speaker. So if you need to go do anything, please do it. We're going to go right into it so we can stay on schedule. Thank you, Spencer. I think what's good is we have this on video for you to watch later, so if you didn't get anything, if you want to incorporate anything of Spencer's into your warm-up routines, you can go back and watch it on video. Our next speaker is Milwaukee Pius 11th High School coach Joel Claassen. Joel sits with a select few coaches who have attained over 600 wins. He has over 400 wins on the girls' side before sliding over to coach on the boys' side. On the boys' side, his teams have claimed 5 conference championships, 2 trips to the state tourney. While leading his girls' teams at Pius, his teams have claimed 18 conference championships, 14 state championships, and nationally ranked for 17 consecutive seasons. Quick side note, Joel is unknowingly one of my first mentors as a coach. I was coaching football at Pius, and back in the old gym, our weight room was in the second balcony of the weight room, and so I would go pretend I was bench pressing, but I was really doing a set, and then I'd turn and listen to what he was saying and taking some notes. And so I learned from Joel that I didn't know much about basketball at the time. I thought I knew basketball, so one of my first mentors. His topic today, I'll let him go into it, but it's going to deal with transition offense and how that flows into your 5-out. Without further ado, please help me welcome Joel Claassen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's really great to be here. I didn't realize I was going to be here until Thursday night. You're probably expecting some coach from Duke, and then you get an old guy that likes North Carolina. And that's actually true. I ran into John about a month ago at a Pius event, and John said, Joel, you know, I could use you at my clinic next year. I said, that's great, John. Just let me know when. And then I got a call Thursday. I actually got a text. I'm thinking, this guy is really organized because it's next September. And actually it was supposed to be this morning. So really appreciate that. Girls, you look like you had a lot of fun so far. Wasn't that fun? Oh my God, at 7:30? That's great. Man, that was cool. I really appreciate being here. A lot of great memories with Rich Padella, Rick Majerus back in the day coaching camps. It's going to be an interesting morning. One of the things that I get asked a lot about is, you know, transitioning from coaching girls to coaching boys. I started coaching girls back in the fall of 1981. Don't laugh at that. This is my 4th decade of coaching, and I eventually inherited one of the best programs in the state from Dick Fisher, and I was given one of the best players in Heidi Bunning. And when I transitioned, moving from the girls to the boys in 2004, a question I always was asked was, what's the difference between coaching girls and coaching boys? I'm going to point that out when I have these young women this morning as how they'll react to how my boys react. I know, Bob, you know what I'm talking about, boys and girls. You went the right way. You went from boys back to girls. God bless you. Dan, you're following my path. Your hairdos become mine. They're interesting. What I've learned over the years, though, is that you have to transition with the athletes that you have from the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s. And the game is constantly changing. And you can hold true to your goals, your way of coaching, but you also have to tweak with the times. And that's what I've learned the most. I've run transition offenses most of my career, but they've been modified based on the style of the game. And that's been a continuum in my life. We actually used to run 3 variations of transition offense based on made basket, missed baskets, and just a push kind of transition. And what I'm going to show you this morning is the transition offense that we've run the last few years. And it's based on being in the right spots. I really believe that kids need to know where other kids are, otherwise they're looking for them in transition. If you look for kids in transition, they're not really focusing on the defense. And so this will have a controlled push to it, and then it'll flow right into whatever motion offense that you run or whatever offense that you run. And so that's the goal today. So running a transition offense based on knowing where kids are and knowing the skills of your kids. You know, I think sometimes when it comes to coaching basketball, one of the most difficult things is being honest with them. You know, sometimes they don't want to hear it. I've also been coaching, I went back to coaching girls now the last 3 years. I'm coaching in the Wisconsin WI.A.A program, which is an up-and-coming program. I really like it. It's going to take some time, but I've had some interesting teams already. And just to give you a quick example, I had a girl that she was always open, and so she always shot for 3. And I said to her, I said, you know, Katie, you got to stop shooting the 3s. And she said, but coach, I'm always open. I said, Katie, do you know why you're always open? And she said, no. I said, well, you really can't shoot 3s. I tried to say delicately, not mean. I said, well, we'll work on it in practice. And once you actually maybe hit the rim, we'll give you another chance in the game to shoot those. That was my first year coaching this program. I was after a girl went in for a breakaway layup and she threw it over the backboard. I'm not even kidding you. She threw it over the backboard. And she went like this, and I had to sit her down. I only had 7 girls today, so I'm down to 5. These are true stories. This is my first year coaching this club. I had a girl go up where she had a great box on a rebound off a free throw. She boxed out, man, got that rebound, faked it, and she put it back up. That was the other team's hoop, I said. It wasn't done. She got her own rebound, missed it, and went up and the other girl blocked her shot and fouled it. Referee blew the whistle like, what do we do with that? I said, I don't know, but we should shoot them. This is true. This is my first year. Not my 4th year of the program. It's gotten a lot better. None of those girls are playing basketball anymore, I don't think. But she had a nice, that block shot was clean too, by the way. So, anyhow, let's get you all down here. Okay, and we're going to start off with just a basic flyer. Some of you know that. I know Scotty knows this, and Danny and others. Danny Wantry, if he has a memory for that. But Danny, I coached you in baseball, right? Whew. Yeah, that was fun. Okay. Excellent. So, how you all doing? Do any of you know the men's coach? My dad's here. Sorry. So, come close questions for that. Actually, I have his brother on my staff. Much nicer. So I want the post players here. I want the point guards, 3 point instead of there. Here are 2 or 3 go there. Okay, thank you. And we'll leave 1 more ball. Okay. Okay. You all have back with them, are you? Jayla? Okay. I'll try getting your names correct. It's not going to work too well, so if I'm not going to worry about it. Trust me. But if I start calling you a different name, just become the number. Okay? So we want to get going. We want to get going right off the beat up here by just getting the ball off the board, getting the point guard and fly up. We call it creatively the flyer drill. Okay, so you're going to throw the ball off the board. Okay, you're going to make a soccer pass. You're going to push it to your point. The point's going to catch and push right to the middle, and you're just going to fly into the layup. Do the same thing in that. So rebound, and then once you make the pass, what's your name? Kara, you're going to go to that side and do the same thing. In from left, that side. Take off and go. Michael Jordan, let's go. Go, Jordan. Right, here we go. Have you heard of Michael Jordan? 23? You never heard of Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Good. Go third. Okay. Push to the middle. Push to the middle. You gotta go. Hold on for a second. In the ideal world, point guard is going to push before you get to the half-court line, and post the ball cannot, post cannot hit the floor, cannot, the ball never hit the floor on this drill. Okay? So you're all loose in that workout. Right? Okay. Good talk. Give it up! Give it up before you get the ball. Hold on. You guys are too quick for me. We want the point guard to push before she gets to half court. We just want to get it and go. The first thing we tell our point guard is turn, look, and push. We want the eyes to go to both corners. See both corners. Because then your eyes are on the defense, okay? You see the whole floor. Here we go. Got it, go. Give it up. There you go. Push. Get out of here. Go. Hit it. Hold on. Now, the ideal world, wing folk, you want to catch it without the dribble and finish if you can. That's the ideal world, okay? Go ahead. There we go. Point guard, again, don't come away with the yes. That would be a but because of a nice shot. Do you want to go again? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Noise in the rest. Hold on. Now, good job. So we just want to get it to go. The optimum in any transition is to get board, get pass, and get layup. Okay, now, in the real world, that's not going to happen all the time. So we do the exact same thing, but now you're going to catch at the 3 line and catch and shoot the 3. Okay? You like that, don't you? Yeah. Oh my God, this is fun! Okay. But one of my mottos, girls say, hey, I think I just became alive here. Okay. One of my mottos, I don't laugh with you, I laugh at you. Do you understand that? So if you shoot an air ball, I will not be laughing at you. Okay. Well, there was a note in the clinic forms that talked about you with your picture shooting the air ball. So they know. What's your name? Great, Sam. Okay, here we go. There you go. Show hands. Good, Sammy. Shooter, show hands early. Go ahead. Shooter, show hands early. Get it and go. Give it up. Okay. Get it and go. Give it up. Get that pass to the 3 line. Let her get there. Show hands. Jump stop. We'll go till someone makes one. Britt! Hold on. Do you have a diary, Britt? You can write that in today, though. Gotcha. Okay, so now the 3's not there. So in our transition philosophy, we want to push defenses out. Once you push the defense out, athletic post, we want to hit her now on the blocks. Okay, so now pass goes to the 3 line. The 3's been taken away. The post now is going to run lane line, catch and drop step and finish. Can't dribble the ball though. Okay, keep the ball up. Okay. Good. Get and go. Hold on now. Better coaching on my part. When the post catches the ball, we want her to catch it. We want her to catch it and drops it and finish off of both. Finish off of both feet. It makes you stronger and better balance. Okay. So finish off of both feet. Give it up. Let her get there. Both feet. Okay, she probably doesn't dance very well either. Just say that. Drop step. Atta girl. Good job. What year is it? Jump stop. Get there, finish. Okay. Good pass and good shot. Yo, wing girls, make sure when you make that pass and hold, right up here, just catches and finishes. That's quick, okay? Let her get there. Hold on for a second. Now, as I'm talking to the passer, this game's got to get quicker. So I'm telling them that when they make that pass to the post, the pass has to be up here. So she just catches and finishes. If you bring it here, that's an extra movement, okay? So just catch and finish, okay? Now, on the boys' side, they like this because they like to finish with a dunk. Okay, let's go. Good. Good finish, Kelly. Good job. Thanks for telling me your names. That's good. Don't bring it down, Nick. Keep the ball up, above her shoulders, and finish high. Good drop stuff, good. Last group, and we move on. I'm going to move. We all stay in this. I want you to come in. Actually, no. You three. My point guards, come here. And you guys, you girls there, go to that line. Okay? Yeah, let's balance that. Jordan, over there. Lane line. So now we keep adding to it so we can see it easier. So the optimum is the layup, and then we look for the three that spaces the floor. Once we space the floor, we have athletic posts, or any post can get down this floor and run down the middle of the finish. Now we add a fourth person. It's very creative. We call it the three-person flyer. Now, girls, that we've added a fourth person, we're going to call it the four-person flyer. Okay? Got that point guard come out here? What's your name? Kara, sure. My good friend. Good friend. Shayna? Kara, Shayna, and Carol. Okay. So, that's all I can. I only know two at a time. Okay? It's not even 9. Drink caffeine and coffee. So you're going to throw off the board. Not yet, the boss. Okay. Pass to the point, sprint to the half-court line, hit, and then in for the layup. So your job is still shoot the layups. You go point, top of the key to top of the key. That's the outlet. And once you make the pass to that side. Okay, but you're not going to shoot, you're just going to keep passing it. You're going to rebound, then you're going to rebound. Then you're going to rebound. Isn't this a fun drill from the post? They're saying, Coach John, we don't want to do this drill, but we're just going to rebound. Do you call him Coach John, or you just call him Coach? Let's call him Coach. Coach Fop? That's pretty creative. They call you Coach Fop, huh? 2 syllables is too much to remember. Okay, here we go. Go. Get up. Push. Hit. Finish. Good. Ball can't hit the floor. Gotta get here, big step. You gotta get it timed so the ball cannot hit the floor. Get it and go time. Good passes, good shots. Good passes, good shots. Good stepper. Get it and go. There you go. Excellent. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good. Good. No dribble, no bounce pass. Hold on. My fault. No dribble, no bounce pass. You didn't know that. Okay? I'm serious. We just want the dribble. We lose a second a defender can recover. Bounce pass, that in that situation, the ball bounces and hits the floor. That's an extra second that we've lost. Okay? So that's on me. Okay. Get all excited. Good for you. Here we go. Batter up. Here we go. Get up. Atta girl. You there. Hold on. Now again, this is the most the easiest job is the point guard. He goes from top of the key to top of the key. The fun job is the layup. You get through the pass. Post, they got to struggle in this college court here. Okay? For y'all that coach high school, though, again, if the ball hits the floor, they're going to have to run. Now, girls will encourage each other in this situation. Like, you know, the guys, ball hits the floor, they start yelling at each other and, you know, getting all upset. So I really like the positive energy y'all sharing, okay? Let's do it one more time there in the back, and we're going to put the transition in, okay? Yeah, here we go. Good job. So now we're going to put the transition in. So we'll run the 3-person flyer, then we'll run the 4-person flyer, and we put the transition. Like I said, we've had 3 variations. When I first started coaching the boys, I transitioned our transition offense from the girls to the boys, and it fit perfectly. It was a control offense. It had 7 or 8 options. I had guys that really, really embraced that offense. They liked it because we scored a lot off of it. But as I moved to a different type of point guard, I went from control-style point guards with the girls to really athletic, gifted point guards on the boys' side. And I've been fortunate to have Corey Lucius, who, of course, played at Michigan State, Iowa State. Carrington Love now is playing in Europe. I've had Donovan Jackson playing at Iowa State. So I've been fortunate to have these great athletic point guards. So I didn't want to take their gifts away from our game, but I also wanted to have some control to the game. So it's one of the give and takes, and that's one of the things I learned about coaching boys, that you hold true to your philosophy and principles, but you got to allow them their abilities to do things off of the game also. So that's sort of a mix of what's happening right now. Girls, do you have any questions yet? When you coach boys and girls, boys, they never have questions. And what I mean never, Danny, is like, I got you, coach. Okay, and then they make mistakes, and then we have to run. I said, why don't you ask the questions? Didn't know I had one. Okay. Okay, but now we got to run. Back to coach the girls. The only question? Yes, I do. Okay, so do I stand? Okay, and then we got to go, you know. I don't mean that, but I love that you asked them. You know, because you all know the game. But when I coached girls back in the 80s, they had so many questions like, for the love of God, I gotta go. But boys are like, my boys, I put a new offense in this summer, and I really like it, by the way. And I know they liked it because I asked the guys, what do you think of the offense? And one guy said, that's good. I started crying because that meant a lot that they said that's good. So I got very emotional. They're so, and then, got you, coach. Got you, coach. Okay, would you stop talking? Okay. I have, give the ball to 50, you two are my post. So you got the ball, you're my non-rebel point guard, come out here. So we're going to put in the first part of the transition offense. We got my 2 post players. We have the non-rebounding post and, of course, the rebounding post. We want to push it to the point guard. You 2 girls are running lane lines to the 3-point line. Those are your spots on the floor. Okay, makes sense? 3-point line extended. The non-rebounding post is going to run straight down the middle of the floor. And whatever side the ball goes on, you're going to fade to that side and finish for the shot. So our first look point guard, you can pass it to either side. Then you're my first person down the floor. You can knock down the post up, okay? Do the same thing coming back. My rebounding post is going to trail to the 3 line, okay? But our first option, we're looking, of course, off the 3-person flyer. We're always looking for the layup. It won't be there. We're looking for the 3. It won't be there, but we're going to hit the post. Does that make sense? We all good? Any questions? Yeah, good question. What's your name? Coach Shannon had a very good question. She did. Okay. The girl that makes layup will become the rebounding post. The girl at top of the key will become the shooter down here. Good job, Shayna. I'm going to mark that down for coach. Right now, Shayna's my favorite player on the squad. Shayna? Yeah, okay. She's what? Good person? What's her best quality, do you think? I mean, person quality. I don't care what her basketball quality. Good. I can tell, Sheena. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Here we go. Push it. Give it up. Hit her. Get your own rebound. 42. You go now. You're the shooter. Hit it. Hit it. Good. Now the question should be, is that a straight line pass or a bounce pass? If there's no one on her, it's a straight line pass. If there's someone trailing her, it's a bounce pass because most defenders have their hands up high. To answer that question, so you're thinking about. Here we go. Atta girl. I think the problem was you're looking like, hey, are these guys on my team? They're all wearing black. I'm in white. Confusing. That's okay. Go ahead. I like seeing a lot better than you right now. Kelly, I'll say. You want to say? Let's go. Knock it down. Coach, I like how they use your left hands. Good. Good. Let's go, Kelly. I like Shane a lot better than Kelly. Come on, Kel! Okay, good job. So, again, we really believe we have to reward our post players. You know, they're working hard, man. Let's get them up and down and let's finish on that. Now, the next part of our transition, it may or may not fit for yours because I don't know what kind of post you have. But now we're going to hit the trailing post for the 3, and she's going to knock the 3 down. Okay? They seem happy about it. The wings are going, this should be interesting. I've seen them shoot in practice. This is going to be fun. Okay. Great confidence in your club members there. Okay. Here we go. Hold on, my fault again. And again, coaches, it's always good to, if you make mistakes, let your kids know that you're just as human as they are. I'm trying to rush through this transition cognizant of the time. And when I make a mistake, I have to let them know that. Point guards, once you make the pass, you're going to sprint to the strong corner, okay? Got that? And you can sprint in front of them because you should get them before they make the pass to the top of the key. So point guard, sprint to your strong corner. Was that her first 3 in her career? Sure, I got that. Correct. Nice. Here we go. Oh my God. Nope. No one saw that. We only have 100 coaches, so don't worry about that. Okay, hold up. They're getting too excited now. Oh boy. Good. But so again, the whole idea, one of our philosophies is that we like putting our post players in positions where defensive post players are not used to that. And so we like getting our posts out on the perimeter if they're a conventional post kind of guy, but we have athleticism to that post player. We like getting him out in positions where a guy, in our case, doesn't normally play defensively out on the perimeter, now has to play, and it puts him in an uncomfortable spot. We do the same thing with our point guards. We like posting up. All our point guards have to post up in a variety of different moves because most point guards don't really defend off the block. So we like to sort of invert, outward kind of stuff here. Okay? So good job so far, girls. Now the next move is that everything feeds off of the last defensive adjustment to what we've just done, right? So now that post defender is defending your 3, but now you're just going to swing through and take her to the basket. There's no fake on it because we picture a defender coming up on you, you swing through, go to the basket and finish off with a layup. You'll most likely go to your right. Okay? So everything stays the same. Point, take her, there you go. Just swing through. We'll see if we can do that in one dribble or two dribbles. Yeah, one dribble, there you go, good. Good. Take it and go. Hit her. Nice. High up the rack. Get it and go. Yeah, Kelly. Kelly, I think you should wear the... That's okay, Kelly. I think you're just... Well, most girls wear the black. You're still wearing the white. That's okay. Did you say you're a junior, Kelly? Or should be a freshman. Okay. Here we go. Swing it, hit it, good shot. Okay, hold up. So you get the idea here, okay? Girls, I also coached softball for a lot of years. And I had this girl that, man, she played for me as a freshman, great outfielder, sophomore, junior. And then I had a player as a pitcher, and she was a pain in the butt. Her name was Becky Blando. You guys familiar with her? Hi, Beck. How are you? Good to see you. God. And Becky, literally, I used to call you Sal. You know, very creative, Sal Bando. It took her like 2 years to ask me, Coach, why do you call me Sal? And I explained it to her, and she went, I don't understand. This is about how much Becky actually talked to me. See this up, I smiled. Right, Becky? That a girl. Still not talking. But boy, what a heck of an athlete, right, Coach? Coach Wandry, he's still trying to wake up. Coach Herrick, okay. Good to see you, Beck. Okay, so now, the next option is we're going to the rack, right? But that bottom defender who is defending the post will get at the top of the key. Right now, not yet. Get at the top of the key, you're finishing, right? You're taking her to the rack. I'm defending here. Go hard. I'm touching over. Double bounce pass left hand, okay? Got it? Here we go. Next option. Every option feeds off the next option. I mean, she never... Double and a bounce pass. Double and a bounce pass. Post hands are always high. Post hands are always high defending. Left hand, left hand. Okay. That'll feel good. And a left hand though. Finish with your left. Good. Call the double. Say what you see. Always say what you see. Always keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. Give it up. No dribble. Bounce pass. Finish. Good. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta rock it. Here we go. Take it. Left hand. Good. Hold it up. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Every part of our transition feeds off to the next option. Okay, so that defender was taking the three away. Now we've taken the rack and finish. She notices she's now going to the rack. We bounce past that, okay? Teams will defend this, and so now point guards, you're making the right decision. Okay, you've gone to the corner. Post that received it here, the drive's taken away, the three's taken away. Now you're going to swing that ball, okay? So when I get you down there, I want you to stop and go to the next option. So now your shot won't be there. You're going to catch it and swing to the opposite wing. Make sense? Okay? Not yet. Yep. Go corner. Go corner. Catch it. Swing it. Stop. Now, hold on. Now, post person, good job. You're following with your hands, but now you follow the ball. So as it's gone to the top of the key, right? You came from here, you're following it. You're following it. If she's not open, okay, you're going to run a double stagger here. Double stagger for your point guard. Double stagger. Come here, boss. You look, who are you? You look familiar to me. What's that? You're from Spain? I can speak Spanish. Bueno. Bueno. That's all I got for you, girl. She starts talking in Spanish like, yeah, this way. There I go. And go to the top of the key for the 3. 3. Hit her for the 3. Got it? Same way on that side. Here we go. Go. Yeah, same way. Either side. Go corner. Top of the key. Swing it. Swing it. That way. Stagger this way. Hit her. Okay. Nice job. Here we go. Swing it. Swing it. Stagger. Wait for the pick. Wow. Creative. We'll get it. You're okay. You're good. Good. Push it. Push it. Push it. That's it. Good. Now, we're really picky in this. I'm a firm believer with girls listening that you got to practice shots you're going to take in the game. I know that sounds crazy, but you got to do that. You know, the game of baseball, a shortstop's going to take balls from short. He's going to take balls with his backhand to his left, charging. That's the only way he gets better. He's not going to take throws from the outfield. Okay, so we teach our point guards that their 3 shots come off the top of the key and usually corners. That's where we like our points to shoot the ball. So my point is, pardon the pun on that one, off the double stagger, the point with the catcher runs at the top of the key. That's the best shot for you. I don't want you coming off at any angles here. That's a more difficult shot. So you're shooting it right from here every time, and make sure you get a good pass. And when you make that pass, take pride in your pass, because good passes create good shots and show your target. Always have your hands in the ready, okay? You guys are doing a great job. Good. Good. Right to the top. Nice job. Good pass. Bam! Good. 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 Get it and go. Good. Way to show your hands. Good V cut. Big deal. You're doing it fundamentally sound. That's what I like. Have it, girl. Good. Okay. One more run. We still have 2 options left. Go ahead. Good jump stop. Show your hands. Swing that ball. Yeah, the percentage is a lot better on the top. You see more of the basket. Right there. Good. Okay. So, again, I'm a firm believer, man. This shot has a higher percentage. You got the basket here. This shot has a lower percentage because there's not much basket. There's a huge difference between these 2 shots right here. Taking the same shots all the time make a big difference. When I had Corey Lucius, he shot up from everywhere because he was that good. But I still told Corey, man, I said, you have to create shots from your positions, your strengths, not where you can. And he could make them. But the reality is, we go percentage in this game. Okay. So now we continue on. Okay. Point guard like that part. They got the jumper. This time she catches, but she's not open. We're now going to make a back pick for the wing person. So we got the double stagger on one end, okay, making the pass. If you come out here instead of back pick, we got the backdoor look with a bounce pass. You'll see the ball as you run it right now, all right? We're almost there, girls. Swing it, swing it. Stagger. Hit your point guard. Back pick for 32, and hit her on the bounce pass. There you go. Good! Back pick off the 3 line. Back pick off the 3 line. Come on now. Swing it. Back pick off the 3 line. Bounce pass. Coach Pfaff, they're much sharper than you told me they'd be. I can call you Coach Pfaff? Okay. Swing it. Good. Back pick. Atta girl. Woo! Okay. Alright, little flare. Get a little flare from 2. Come off, showing your hand. Here we go. One more time, we move on. So far, so good. Stagger. Go. Bounce pass. No, other way, other way. Back pick. Carl, what year are you? That shows. So, Carl, where are you from? Kara? Where are you from? Chicago. Okay. Conversation just ended right there. But you seem nice. You do. I like her. Okay. The thing is that you want every option to look like that's going to be the shot. Okay. The offense is predicated on decision making that happens before they catch the ball. I always believe the best point guards know what they're going to do before they have the ball in their hand. So the nice thing about our transition, none of these girls have to look at where their teammates are, right? You know where they are. So your eyes are fixed where, point guards? On what? On the basket. What else besides the basket? Good call. Defense, right? I can see the whole floor. I know where my teammates are. So you now are making quicker decisions because you know where your teammates are and your eyes are on the defense. Every one of our options feeds off the next option. Because the defense is going to take away that first option, we got the second option. They take away the second option, we got the third option, and on and on and on. Now, back to my post again. Okay, you set that back pick. The back door cuts not open. She's going to step out, and she's going to catch and shoot the 3 now again. You extend the defense. Okay? Back pick. Open, hit the 3. Get it and go, get it and go. Come on, Sal. I've heard that in about 10 years. Good, good, good. Back pick, catch. 3, yeah, good. Way to take responsibility, I appreciate that. You'll post again, set the tick on the 3 line though, so you can just catch and shoot that thing. Here we go. Swing it. Back pick. Catch. Open up. Get it. Let's go. See my good friend. Where's my point guard? Good card. You can't back though. Take the top of the piece and see the pass. Watch what she does and she receives the ball. Take the top of the piece, okay? Good. Back pick. Good. One more time, we'll finish it up here. You're going to show me your up. There and back, which will be the last option. We'll move right into our offense then, okay? Okay, one more time, girls, there and back. Okay, so as we finish, the last option is your call. Again, as we set that back pick, everything is a natural motion to our game, right? So she sets the back pick, she catches, looks for the two, the girl steps up, then you swing through, and you take it right to the basket, okay? If that post is not that athletic, we swing through, take it to the basket, we pull jumper to here. If that post is not athletic, even do that, we catch it, we take the three, we bring it back to our point guard, and we start our offense. Okay, so you post can do any of those. Take it to the rack, pull 12 to 15, or point guard right back to her. So the point guard, once you've made that pass, you're taking a step here, Vika here, and you bust right back hard to here to receive the pass, and you get right into your offense from the same lane line. Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. As you cut through, keep going, 32, with my back picker. Back pick, keep going through, all the way through. There you go. And you're going to come through, and you're going to turn into offense, but what we do is you just take the natural pull and double stagger. You got the let's watch that. Good. Back pick all the way through, 13, keep going. Okay, so as I was, what's your name? I was telling Maria, if none of that's available, we go right back to our point guard, and then we start our motion offense, but my guys run this so often, it becomes an extension to the transition. So I told Maria that as she got back picked and came through, we're starting our motion, but as Maria's coming through all the way through here, we've got another double stagger for her again, right? That begins our motion. The point guard who's received it off of that pass, she knows she can go this way, or else go right back here with a pick and roll. That's how our motion now starts. You're making the decisions off of that, right? Does that make sense? So let's run there and back and see if you guys can extend this transition by just making basketball decisions. Okay, so you can't really do anything wrong, but I just gave you a couple examples, okay? Here we go. So, let's start with Maya. Go through. Back pick. Post. Back through. Pick and roll. There you go. Good job. Extending the motion. Let's try somebody else this time. Go. Come on, point. Back pick. Go through all the way through. Double stagger again. Hit her. Double stagger again, Maya. Right here. Maya, whatever your name is. Meyer, Molina, Valerie. Girl. Hit it. Hold it up. So, give a hand, by the way. Come on in here. Come on, let's go. You can't say wolves, okay? Give me some kind of, something no more creative.
1, 2, 3. Team together.
Good job. Celebrate the seat. We're very tight. Sal, it's good to see you. Okay, still talking to me. You know, the transition, I like 3 aspects to scoring. I always feel good I have 3 chances to score. And so in our transition, there's like 6 or 7 options to score every single time on the floor. You can run this off misses, you can run this off makes. we have variations to outlets too. So as Team Scout us, we're not always going to go to our point guard. We're going to find someone else because, you know, we got that figured out. But we want 6 or 7 options to score right off the transition. If the transition's not there, we can flow right into our motion. Our guys run it every single day. They have different variations that they can run into. And then we put our guys in the spots on the floor off our motion, so it makes it easier for us to see our defense versus those guys. So my philosophy is 6, 7 options off transition. Off a made basket, if I need a hoop then coming down, I'm going to run a set. That set might have another 5 or 6 options, out to 10 or 11 options before I even get to my motion. So it all depends on the flow of the game. Usually off the made baskets, transition into a set if we need it, otherwise into the motion because the guys have a good feel, especially if we get going up and down the floor. It's fun. The guys like it. The girls certainly liked it. And it's a lot of fun. And that's the last thing I have to say to you. Man, oh man, people keep saying, so when are you going to retire? I'm thinking, what are you trying to tell me something? I got a good marriage. As long as I'm coaching, my wife's happy because I'm away from home, girls. Girls, that was an attempt at humor that did not work. But it's true. Love the game, love coaching. Keep your passion and energy, man, and have a great time and have a great day, and thanks. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Joel. For selfish intent, it's the transition we're putting in this year, so he just took care of my first practice, so thank you. We are going to take a break. We're going to take about an 8-minute break so you can head out. Restrooms are down the hall to your right. We'll give us some snacks, water, and we'll be back in like 8, 9 minutes.
Thank you.